Hey Aries, this is Alex, and I'm here to bring you your weekly love reading. I hope you guys are doing well and starting to get in the mood of the Christmas spirit. Although we're still in our pandemic, let's make the best of it. All right, let's see what God Angels Universe has in store for you. Okay, Aries, you got Aquarius here showing up twice. You have the Star and also the Fool card. Angels are saying throwing caution to the wind. An urban way of looking at this would be like, fuck it, right? You are showing up in your own reading as the Emperor, somebody who has a lot of power and control and is in the driver's seat. Look at all of these major arcanas, Aries. All right now, are you being a shot caller? Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Nothing but major arcanas. You have Aquarius, which is Uranus. You have Aries here with the Wheel of Fortune. You have Sag, and then also with the Hierophant, you have Taurus there, right? And to close it out, you have the King of Pentacles. Aries, you are on your boss shit right now. Go ahead, Aries. Oh, I'm so interested in reading this. I don't see not a cup in the house, right? So this says to me, Aries, you are on some boss shit. It's almost like, for a lot of you guys, I feel like you may be getting a lot of attention. I feel like definitely with the Fool card here, it's almost like you're not committing to anything. You know what I mean? With the Emperor card, angels are saying the ball is in your court. It's almost like with the Wheel of Fortune, you are riding the wave of divine order and divine timing. And it's just like you feel like you have all of the information and everything that you need to make this power move. You know, definitely there with the King of Pentacles. Star card, don't you bring yourself back out here. If I get nothing but major arcanas on the bottom, I am going to scream. But this is crazy. It's crazy because you're not in your first house, your birthday season, but it feels like, Aries, you are well within your power. Not only that, but you have the universe behind you guiding you. Page of Wands. You're about to start something brand new. Start spreading the news. That's the old Frank Sinatra, New York, New York song. Oh my gosh, the King of Cups. Angels just said Aries is calling the shots. It's almost like you have this ridiculous confidence about your shit right now. Aries, I love it. Thank you, Jesus. We had to throw a little bit of mess and drama in there. I love it. Here we go with the normalcy. The universe is balancing you out. Card at the bottom is a Scorpio. That's a Scorpio card for me. The Queen of Sworddom. She go ahead and cut shit out. Angels are saying getting in touch with your masculine and feminine side, right? So to an extent, it's almost like you're loving you. You're more comfortable in your skin. You're more representing you. You're more taking care of yourself. You're more doing you. And as a part of that, you keeping all of the shenanigans off to the side. We are not doing this, okay? With the Six of Swords, okay, I guess we're reading from right to left today. But with the Six of Swords and then also the Hierophant, that kind of says to me that you're either moving into or more or away from a traditional way of thinking or a traditional way of doing things. Aries is a creature of habit. Okay, you guys love a routine. But I just kind of feel like for some of you guys, you may want to kind of quote unquote shake it up a little bit and do things just a little bit differently. In all honesty, if I had to summarize this reading just by what I know and what I feel right now, this would say to me, Aries, you're reinventing yourself. You're definitely reinventing yourself. I feel, especially here with the Wheel of Fortune and then also the Seven of Cups, it's almost like you understand now the cycle of life, how things happen. You know how, like, in a relationship or the whole, how do you say, universe of dating and relating, we go from meeting each other to courting to dating to engagement to marriage to retirement, right? Like, you understand emotional cycles, or you are starting to learn about emotional cycles, right? What I'm also hearing as well is, for some of you guys, I feel like this could be 40% of you guys. You are not, it's almost like you're not relying on dating or relationships to dictate your happiness. Especially with the Fool card here and the King of Cups. This is like some boss shit right here. Because it's almost like I'm going to be in control of my own heart, of my own kind of emotional destiny, if you will. You know, it's almost like the Fool card definitely represents like taking a leap of faith, new beginnings, new journeys, you know, kind of like that ginormous unknown. And I do kind of feel like, Aries, you understand and realize that that's exactly what love is. Okay. Love is like this big unknown, but I just kind of feel like you also understand now that love starts with self. You know, it starts with you. It has to be born inside of you, right? And not only is it born inside of you, but again, angels are saying you capitalize or you own it. You are giving yourself free and clear permission to define whatever love means to you. You see what I'm saying? And nobody's going to come in basically and tell you different. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say it's your way or the highway. You know, the King of Wands nor the King of Swords is here, right? But I just kind of feel like you're becoming more comfortable with who you are, and especially who you are in love. Okay? So yeah, finally, after all that time, let's start it from the beginning. With the Star card and also the Page of Wands, this is, you know, kind of like a wish fulfillment. This is you seeing, or whatever it is that you hoped for or desired has started to manifest. You're starting to see the physical fruits of your labor, or you're starting to see the very first signs of your manifestation. What I'm also getting as well is, you know, you hear that that reference, light at the end of the tunnel. For a lot of you guys, it's almost like you're getting excited because you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, what dark time or what dark period are you coming out of? Angels are saying to me, it's a sleepiness. For a lot of you guys, you could be going through a spiritual awakening, right? I don't see a lot of cards here that indicates that, but I just kind of feel like, again, there's some sort of rebirth, or inventing that's going on here. With the Fool and then also the King of Cups, you know, this is kind of saying being open to love, being open to emotions, being, you know, that king definitely there is representing, say, for instance, you, Aries, in saying that, you know, I'm not going to be afraid of it anymore. I'm going to allow it in. I'm going to kind of, take the leap of faith. I'm going to allow it to flow it to me. I'm going to match it when it comes in. You know, I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to push it away. I'm going to kind of, quote unquote, let it flow. Now, with the Ten of Swords here and the Emperor, this is almost like the full experience, or full, how can I say, the entire universe of your dating experiences, right? It's almost like you got into something, you gave a lot, or you gave it a chance, or you tried, and it backfired. It crashed and burned, right? So you showing up in your own reading as an Aries, which is, you know, kind of like a father figure, he's the king of all kings. He has the last say. Okay? He has a lot of power. Okay? He has a lot of power, and he makes decisions. He's end all be all. So to me, this is almost like, what? I don't care what happened in the past. Yes, it happened. It was messed up. I didn't like it. But I'm not going to allow that to change me. I'm not going to allow that to kind of paint me in a corner and shut me down and cut me off. Right? Not only that, but I also feel too, especially with that Emperor there, Aries, I feel like you understand at the end of the day now, you have the power and the control on who comes in your life and who you love. You know that stupid saying, oh, well, you can't help who you love, or you can't choose. It's like, yes, the hell you can. You can cut them off. You can turn your emotions on, and you can turn them shits off. Okay? And I do kind of feel like Aries, definitely here with the Emperor, it's almost like, for some of you guys, love could really have felt like intoxication, or like it was this haze or date, like had you in a daze. But for a lot of you guys, it's like, no, I am in control, and I'm going to remain in control whenever dealing with matters of the heart. I won't allow myself, again, to give and then be overwhelmed, or, made to look like the bad guy, or, kind of get in my head wondering if I'm doing it right, wondering if this is the right way, wondering why this person is not giving back to me. It's almost like you're no longer going to allow yourself to be overwhelmed or inundated by, kind of like feeling like you're not doing your part in whatever this situation is, or you're not doing your part in matters of the heart. That's also too why the King of Cups is here as well, because it's almost like, it's King of Cups type of love. It's King of Cups type of emotion up in this piece going forward. What I'm also getting to is that, a lot of you guys are starting to see your manifestation, and then to an extent, it's almost like out of nowhere, this King of Cups appears, which to an extent kind of leaves you dumbfounded. Like, what do I do with this King of Cups? You have to make a decision, but it's too hard. It's like, I don't know, I can't. I need to call a friend or use a lifeline, right? But to an extent, it's almost like you got to call the shots. You got to figure out what you're going to do next. Yes, it is a part of your destiny. Yes, it's going to have you a little messed up in the head. The Seven of Cups is my Cloud 9 card. That's the card where you're emotionally like scattered. You're all over the place. But it's a part of your destiny. Just kind of keep going with the flow. You tend to run away from commitment, Aries, right? You do tend to kind of run away, perhaps, because I do kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, once you get into something, there ain't no leaving. You're going to be stuck. It's good, bad, or ugly, right? We're just stuck together. You know what I mean? And it's weird because with the King of Pentacles and then also the Queen of Swords, to me, it's like this is a couple, right? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, there is no emotion, not a cup in sight, right? First of all, she's cupless. She's emotionless, which Aries, to an extent, sometimes you guys tend to be, right? So maybe this is kind of saying to you guys that your best pairing or your best partner could be a Scorpio. You know what I mean? Scorpios are very tender and very loving, but Scorpios are also black and white. Scorpios can go from light to dark in 2.7 seconds. Less time than that, technically. I was just being nice. But anyway, right? Maybe it's saying that you, like this King of Cups energy, that's all fine and dandy and wonderful. And maybe somebody who came in your life who is extremely emotional. You guys have to remember this is a general reading. It could be any damn storyline, okay? But maybe somebody came in your life who is extremely emotional. You didn't know what to do with this person. And they had you all over the place emotionally. And, it became maybe, like they wanted to commit and you weren't ready. And you weren't ready because, you wanted to establish yourself a little bit more. You wanted to learn a little bit more maybe about life or experiences and this, that, or the other. So you could have come across as somebody, say for instance, who's non-committal, or who shuts down, or who ghosts somebody, or who cuts people off real quick. And Aries, to an extent, if that is your MO, if people know that about you, or if that's who you are and how you are, it's not because you're being an ass, right? You're cutting people off because you're being an ass. You're cutting people off because there is a certain, like, you have a certain standard. You do want somebody who's honest and trustworthy, and who's gonna have your back. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, yes, good for you. If you don't get that, yeah, you gotta go. Like, that's the world we should be living in right now. If you don't have what I want, take it back. Because y'all know, like I know, you go in any store, in any establishment, anywhere around the world, there is one transaction. I get what I want, I give you money for it. Now, of course, that ain't dating, and here in the United States, it's illegal, right? Like, you give me what I want and I pay money for it. But it's that simple transaction. Whereas I will give you some of my value for some of your value. Point blank, period. Okay? And if Aries, if you're not getting that, I'm with you. I'll be cutting people off too. I'll be like, but bye boo. You cute. You got a nice personality, but you're an airhead. Okay? So you can't stay. Anyway, let's see what the Earth Magic cards has for you, Aries, as well. It's almost like this one started out as a love reading, the could-be love reading. But, especially with this King of Cups. But again, I feel like this King of Cups is you, Aries, and saying, listen, love would be cool, but right now I got stuff to do. Love would be great, but I got to get my money together. Dawn, new beginnings. New beginnings, right there with that Fool card. And I just kind of feel like, again, when I said to you guys, reinventing yourself, you're pretty much calling the shots is what that reinvention is. Breathe, forest. I love that. Yeah, you're calling the shots. There is no pressure. It is all up to you. Things are starting to happen for you. Things are starting to open up for you. And mountain and strength, right? Yeah. And to me, that mountain and strength card refers to the Seven of Cups. It's kind of like, remain grounded. Don't get carried away. Don't get swept up on that cloud nine. Manage and control your emotions. Okay? Not only that, but balance yourself out, right? Balance yourself out, and, being balanced also means focusing on other things like, yes, your money, your house, your car, right? I love that. Autumnal equinox, which is release, which is, again, that reinvention, out with the old and in with the new. All right, let's see what Energy Oracle has for you, Aries. I love this reading. To me, this is like a typical Aries reading. All of these major arcanas, excuse me, all of those major arcanas to me means that whatever it is that you're going through, Aries, it is life-changing. With the star card here, that's like saying you have the universe's backing. Definitely with the Wheel of Fortune as well. Like, this is universal, what it is that's going on. You're giving a new opportunity, a new path, clean slate. You make the decision on where you go, what you want to do, who you want to do it with, and again, just kind of go with the flow, go with the rhythm of the universe. And based on who you are, based on what you learn, based on what's out there, the traditions, and, what you should be doing versus what you are doing, it's almost like you're in a position, you're heading into like self-mastery. Energy Oracle, all tied up. I feel like this is where you were coming from. This absolutely is where you were coming from. All of these major arcanas here, and then it's ended up with the King of Pentacles. Definitely, that pretty much says, again, we're not necessarily trying to go back to this, again, this institutional thinking or this tradition or this routine. That's where you're coming from, Aries. Next card, Patience. I love that. Now, Aries, there is a difference between patience and procrastination. This card is coupled with definitely the Wheel of Fortune. And that just basically means go with the flow. Last card. Ooh, the thinking man. I feel like, believe it or not, there is a card in this deck that shows strategy. The thinking man, I kind of feel like, Aries, for you is that, yeah, you're applying more thought to your next moves, your next actions, and your life. You know, it's crazy because for a lot of you, it's almost like, oh, life was living you. Now, after this, whatever it is that you're going through, Aries, it's like, I'm now in control. By the way, you've always been in control, but now you guys kind of realize it and you acknowledge it, right? Definitely here with the Aquarius cards here with the star and the Fool card, that's just a bunch of openness. Sky's the limit. The stars are the limit. You know what I mean? And you're just going to make better decisions for yourself. You know? What I'm also getting to, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, is that for a lot of you, yes, you now understand things come, things go. That's what karma is. Things come around, go around. You understand that. But you don't want to get trapped in it. You're tired of being trapped and locked into this routine, especially if they're matters of the heart, right? What angels are saying to me too, for some of you guys, you got to be careful, especially with love and sex, because for you, Aries, that could be one and the same. Like when you have sex, you fall in love quick. And then you get disappointed because it doesn't turn out to be what you thought it was going to be, and you wind up having to leave or cut somebody off. So be careful of that. Okay? Closing out, the card at the bottom is contract. Ooh, that is your soul's contract, darlings. You know, I feel like for a lot of you guys, some of you guys are more elevated Aries. You could be breaking a couple of soul contracts, right? But that contract again represents, again, being locked in and all tied up into this routine. All right, Aries, kind of powerful reading. I like this reading for you guys. If it does resonate, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and comment. Love you guys. Bye.